How's it going, everybody? My name is Lukasiewicz. I'm strength and conditioning coach here at St. John Fisher College. This is my athlete, Sean Massoud. He's an incoming senior running back. We are 6 weeks out from the official start of training camp, and we are trying to get him bigger, faster, and stronger. How are we going to do this? We're going to do this through strength training, focus on plyometrics, agilities, and some conditioning with intervals. Alright, a warm-up routine. We don't want to overstretch or overly warm up before we exercise for football. There are studies that go both ways. You know, some say that stretching is a must before, some say that a little dynamic exercise is a benefit, others say it doesn't really matter. We're going to be safe and go with a light warm-up. After a lap around the track, about quarter mile or so, just to get the heart rate up, we're going to start out with some trunk rotations, elbow up. 5 to 10 each side. After that, we're going to go right into a lunge and twist. Getting the legs activated, the glutes activated, twisting that trunk region, which is good for trunk flexibility. After the lunges with twists, we've got Frankensteins for our hamstrings, kicking it up high. Trying to touch with your opposite arm. Similarly, we're going to do a walk. Quad stretch. When you stretch the quad, come up on your opposite toe for a slight calf stretch. It's good. We're going to do lateral lunge to get the groin stretched out. Good posture as you go through this. Twist your legs, stretch down, it gets the hamstrings, especially down low. Lateral, make sure you get both sides. Plyometric exercises, this is going to be a key part of our program given that we're 6 weeks out from the season. Plyometric exercises show great short-term gains within 6 weeks, so we really want to enforce this right now for explosion in the legs, which will increase your speed through the hole and increase your power and explosiveness when you're going through. Alright, box jump is where we're going to start. This is a vertical jump up, but we're going to go forward a little bit and you got to land on this box. This is a lot of hip flexibility, but also a lot of leg burst to do this. You're going to slightly squat down, pop right up, land on the box. If this box is too high, go a little lower. We also have a higher box over there if you need to jump that high. I'm going to keep it about middle height here. Close call. Notice how I get my arms swinging, pop up. I'm coming from an athletic stance. Like I mentioned before, plyometrics are going to be a really big part. It's a crucial part of our training program 6 weeks out. I'm going to show you a few exercises right now that are jumps. These jumps will help with balance and explosion. Each rep should be performed at maximum effort. Standing long jump. Feet shoulder width apart, athletic stance. Jump and land. That's 1 rep. You're going to reload for each of those. You're going to do 5 to 10 reps every day. Every day that we do strength training and plyo training. Standing jump without a stop, 3 in a row. Three consecutive hops. The key is recovering from the first explosion in landing, planting off, and jumping right into the next one for repetitive bursts. We'll do the same 2 types of exercises, single leg, putting all the load of your body weight on one leg. Here, land. It's good for balance, good for leg explosion. Similarly, with that leg, we're going to plant and do 3 consecutive hops. 1. Finally, we've got ice skaters. You can start an athletic stance. You're going to hop over. Land on one foot, bounce. Another plyo exercise that Sean is going to demonstrate here is great for building up a strong core and core explosion. And this is called the sit-up toss. We're going to use a medicine ball. He's going to toss it. Sit down, explode through the rep, and toss it. That's good, Sean. Speed is another critical facet to our game as a running back. You need to be fast to outrun the defenders, and you need to be fast to get into that end zone. So what are we going to do? We're going to do our speed exercises. We're going to hold the football during these, because football is what you're going to be running with. The first is going to be a sprint drill. We're going to sprint about 40 yards, which is the width of this indoor complex. But we're going to sprint not from a starting stance like this, or necessarily our running back stance. We're going to start off lying on the ground. This will enforce us getting up from a low burst. We want to enforce coming out from a low start. Right here, on go, go. Pop up, ball high and tight. You're going to sprint with it. Next up, we want high knees. Again, between each of these, you need a full rest, okay? Each of these should be performed at maximum 100% effort. High knees, we're going to go about 10 to 15 yards. Rapid fire knee movement, high knees. Defenders are going to be coming in low to take out your ankles. You need high knees to avoid them down low. At maximum effort, as many repetitions as you can within the 10-yard frame. Holding the ball high and tight. Go. Two more exercises that are good for speed. We're going to go bounding strides and loaded sprints. Now the loaded sprints, these can be with a harness or a parachute. The harness you would wear, your partner would hold it behind. Starting position with the football, your partner will lean back their weight into it, giving you resistance or extra load. You're going to sprint into that. Try to sprint after you do those weighted sprints. You're going to feel like lightning. Finally, we're going to do bounding strides. This is good for widening our run game and getting good explosion from a far out sprinting stance. When you're in the open field, it's not going to be short, choppy steps. It's going to be long strides as you're hauling ass to that end zone. Strides, about 40 yards, 5 repetitions of each. All right, now we're moving into agility training. Agility is obviously key for a running back. You've got to be able to change direction rapidly, both laterally and when you're moving north and south, hopefully north. Also, when we're doing these drills, we want to enforce ball security. Always going to be holding a ball. That's important to infuse these agility drills with the actual movements and actions you'll be doing on the football field. The first is the cone zigzag drill. You're going to start here on my go, ball high and tight. You're going to run to each cone and zigzag. Rapid fire, decelerate, plant on the outside foot, keeping that ball high and tight. Change directions, it's about a 45-degree angle. So I'll go through this with you. Go. It's about changing direction rapidly, planting off that foot and getting a good burst. Execute the cone drill. Ready? Cone zigzag. Go! Ball high and tight, Sean. Keep that ball tucked. Good. Good. Alright, this next drill is the pro agility. This is a key testing drill used in the NFL Combine. And it's also a key exercise for us to improve lateral change in direction and also a good burst in the legs. We're going to start off with the middle cone, which divides two cones that are about a total of 10 yards apart. Hand planted on the first cone, on go, you're going to run, touch the line, plant, lateral burst out to the far cone, plant, all the way through. Don't stop prior to this because this is the finish line. You go through the finish line. I want you to aim for the third cone farthest away. Just going to execute the pro agility. Down low, set, go. Good plant. That's a good plant all the way through. All right, next up in our agility circuit is the 4-cone drill. This is key for lateral movement, forward burst, backward deceleration and acceleration, and then more lateral movement. Again, we're going to practice with ball security as a running back. This is a key part of your game. We need it. On go, sprint to the first cone, decelerate, shuffle, back pedal, keeping the ball high and tight, shuffle. Another variation of this. On go, go, decelerate to the cone. When you get to the cone, karaoke, knees high, back pedal, karaoke. When we do the karaoke and the side shuffle, we want as many reps as possible. Rapid fire. We don't want slow. Rapid fire bursts, that's how you're going to do it on the football field. Another cone exercise that we're going to do is called the end drill. It's more of a backwards end. You're going to start ball high and tight. Again, we're using ball security, always holding the ball when we're doing agility drills. Run, accelerate, decelerate, time. All the way back, it's a sharp angle. Back. All the way through. I'll show it to you. All right, one of our key power lifts is the back squat. We're going to keep the weight or load pretty heavy, and we're going to keep the reps pretty low. You're going to want to start off feet about shoulder width apart, an athletic stance, chest out, butt out. Break at the hips, keeping your chest up, looking up. You're going to squat down into your hips, not your knees. When you reach parallel, meaning that your thigh here is parallel with the floor, you're going to pop up. We want to explode through the exercise. Sean is going to do his first of his 5 sets here, 3 reps. This is a heavy weight for Sean. Looking him squat down to parallel. That's good. Breaking at the hips. Good. Good set, Sean. Bring it up. All right, rack it. All right, another variation of the squat and one of our power lifts is going to be the front squat. Very similar to the back squat. We're going to break at the hips, feet at athletic stance, about shoulder width apart. We're going to keep our chest out, butt out. We're going to break at the hips, except this time the weight's going to be placed in front. Keep it right up here on the collarbone. Very similar to as if you were catching a power clean. 3 reps. Make sure on your way down and then up. On your way up, you want to exhale, let out the air, let out the pressure, pop up with explosion. He's going to approach for his front squat. It's a good grip. All right, Sean, we're going to have you rack it. All right, now, did you feel your knees going in there?
I did.
Yeah, you're going to have to push those out a little bit. Make sure that you keep a good posture and push them out, all right? Keep the knees out. 3 reps, Sean. You've got this weight. Break at the hips. Push those knees out. Good, good. Good. Sink down to parallel. Good. Perfect, Sean. Rack it. It's a good set. All right, now we're moving on to one of our major pulls. This is a bread and butter lift. This is the power clean. This is a full body workout in itself. Multi-joint exercise. This one, we need perfect technique on this. You're going to start off similar to a squat. Feet about shoulder width apart. Come up nice and close to the bar. Nice and close to the bar. It should be hugging your shins. Chest out, butt out. Even when you go down to pick up the weight, your grip right around there at shoulder width apart. Chest out, you're going to pop up into a shrug. That's the first phase of the exercise. Shrug up on your toes. Pull it up, as in the high pull. From the start position, shrug it up, catch it in the front squat position, except we're going to squat all the way down with it to parallel. We're going to bring it up. Control the weight back down. Reload for your next rep. So let's see this full thing in action. Chest out, butt out, bar close. Let's do one more. You're going to want to pull the bar as high as you can. I like to sneak under the weight a little bit lower, but we want to emphasize pulling the bar high, catching it low. Now we're going to execute the power clean. He approaches the bar, keeping it nice and close to his shins. Good grip. Powering it up into the high pull, squat, up. That's a good rep, Sean. Down to parallel. That's perfect. Look at how he explodes up into the weight. Pops it up, squats it up. That's it, Sean. 3 reps, we're good. That'd be the first of 4 to 5 sets. And again, for our purposes, right here we're going pretty light, but in the program we're going to keep it heavy. All right, another one of our pull exercises is the power snatch. I'm going to demonstrate that for you now. Very similar to the power clean. Approach the bar, feet about shoulder width apart, maybe slightly more narrow. Hands, you're going to be wider this time, wider than shoulder grip. You're going to approach the bar as always, chest out, butt out. Don't bend over at the bar to pick it up. Keep good technique, good posture all the way through. On the football field, you're never going to be doing this. It's always going to be posture. Chest out, butt out. The first phase of the power snatch, similar to a power clean. You're going to pull it up, you're going to shrug, come up on the toes. Make sure you pop up. You're going to high pull it up. But this time, unlike the power clean where you catch the weight here and sink in, you're going to throw the weight above your head and sink on your hips and then pop right back up. Let's see if we can demonstrate that. Let's do one more. Another of our key power lifts is going to be the split jerk. This is going to get a great burst up. Similar to most of our exercises, it's going to start off with an athletic stance as you approach the rack. You're going to start off with your feet parallel, holding the weight. You're going to squat down slightly, building up some tension in the stretch, which creates potential energy. You're going to pop up, one leg leading the other. I like to start with my right, but then you're going to vary it. Make sure you vary your legs. Pop out with the right for 1 rep, reload, left. You don't want to be running in circles. All right, so let's see if we can demonstrate this. Approach the bar. My hands and grip, it's about shoulder width apart. Approach it. Very similar to a front squat. Feet shoulder width apart. Squat down, stretch shortening cycle. Burst it up. Right leg led there, so I'm going to lead with my left this time. It's all about explosiveness. Again, we're going to keep the weight pretty heavy, and we're going to keep our reps pretty low. Football's about small, short bursts of intense, maximum effort. All right, Sean is going to do the split jerk now. Good approach there. All right, Sean, rack it. Now the problem with what you did there was no explosiveness. You didn't pop up with the weight. You barely stepped forward with your foot. The split jerk and all the exercises we're doing here for this football program to make you a more explosive running back, you need to have burst. There needs to be pop. So when you get down, you got to squat down a little bit. Athletic stance. Don't come from a straight-legged stance. You need to squat down a little bit and pop the weight up, okay?
Okay.
Let's see that this time. Impressive upper body strength to be able to press that up, but we need this to be explosive. Good, let's see that again. That's it. Perfect. Good set, Sean. All right, Sean, similar to what we just did with the split jerk press, this is the military press. Now, you were pretty anxious before. You didn't have much of a pop in your legs. The military press doesn't use pop. This is all about that upper body strength, okay? But this time we're gonna keep our legs parallel. Approach the bar, chest out, butt out. Now, when you're pushing the bar up with the military press, be careful not to arch too much, okay? That could create back injuries, and we don't want any of that leading into the season. So keep a strong back, straight, steady, chest out. But don't arch too much, and don't cave either. Want straight. Nice strong core, looking up. Good exhale out when you push that rep up. Sean is now going to execute the military press. Good extension. Let's make sure that back is staying straight. We don't want any arch. That looks good, Sean. Perfect. Nice controlling. Control the weight down and pop that up nicely. Good upper body strength. All right, moving on to one of our presses. This is the bench press. It's a standard lift. Now, with you being a running back, Sean, it's tempting to go wide grip with the bench. Try to make your pecs look all nice, but as a football player, we're not going to go wide. We're not going to go beyond shoulder width apart. In football, a football pushing motion or a pressing motion is going to be close. So when you're coming in for a block, you're not going to come out to block him like this. You get your arm torn off. That's how we get shoulder injuries. So we're going to keep it tight and we're going to keep it powerful, okay? Bench press, you want your feet on the ground, your butt on the ground, shoulders in contact with the bench. Good exhales. When you bring the weight down, breathe in, breathe out as you explode up. Again, we're going to keep it close grip to simulate a football motion, which is blocking. All right, Sean's going to do the bench press now. All right, Sean, bring that grip in a little bit closer. Remember, this is a football movement. Just like you're blocking someone on the field, nice close grip. Keep those elbows tucked. Exhale out. Good. That's a good burst. Good. Again, like all of our power lifts, we're going to be keeping the reps at a minimum and the load at a maximum. One of our final exercises in terms of the big lifts that I'm going to demonstrate for you today, Sean, is the Romanian deadlift. This is a big point of emphasis for the hamstrings and the glutes, lower back. Similar to all of our exercises, good athletic stance. Now, you're going to be leaning over, keeping a pretty straight back, chest out. You're going to pop up. That's the exercise. Now, some people like to have a slightly bent knee when they approach, and they bend and stretch down, which is what I like to do. I like to have a slightly bent knee, keeping everything else stiff. But other people keep a perfectly straight leg for the stretch, and it's kind of by preference. I prefer slightly bent knees because it's a little bit more of an athletic stance to me, and it's a little bit more closely related to what we do on the football field. So we're going to approach the bar, chest out, butt out. All right, chest out, down, up. Sean's going to do his Romanian deadlift now. All right, Sean, push that chest out. We want to keep a straight, strong back. That's it. That's perfect technique. Good. One more. Good. Good set. All right, Sean. Now, for a running back like you, I know it's stereotypical that people think that biceps are, biceps get the girls, but, in our case, biceps keep ball security. Bicep is how you can prevent yourself from being stripped of the ball, and in games, that's going to be key for you. So a couple variations of bicep curls is one of your support exercises. Barbell curl, simple as this, keeping it nice and tight. 3 sets to 10 of that. Or we can go over to dumbbell curls, and there are multiple variations of this. When you're holding a football, you're going to hold the football high and tight. So what we're going to want to do, instead of just the normal standard bicep curl, going up, or the variation, which are all good support exercises. You can vary these during your program. But another good one is to get more of that inside angle, similar and simulating your ball carrying technique of high and tight. Another key support area we want to target is the shoulder and our delt area. Now, when bench pressing, this will help strengthen that because we want to strengthen our support areas, arms, shoulders, which play a big role in the bench press. But also we want to prevent shoulder injuries and rotator cuff type injuries, which are very common in football. We want to keep you injury free, and we want to keep you on the field, Sean. So first is a lateral dumbbell raise. Again, the weight, you don't need to emphasize the weight as much as the technique, and you want to make sure you feel it, but you don't want to overload this. You want to keep straight arms, good posture as always, looking out. Bring it to parallel with the floor, right here. We're parallel. These are our lateral raises. Similarly, we want to do a variation of that, which is the front raise. Good rotation up, right to parallel. So strengthen right out here on the shoulders. Good variation. All right, next up we want to target our triceps. It's another support exercise. Remember, we've already targeted the biceps. We want to counter that movement with the tricep. The dips, get a parallel bar like this. Not exactly parallel, but it's close enough. You're going to hop up. Now if you lean very far forward, you're going to start to target your chest more. So we're going to try to lean back, legs curled as such, to down, up. Nice way to target the triceps. When you are doing the exercise, you'll notice that my legs are curled. And we're going to start off with no weight, no extra load on this. But as you improve your strength and these become easy, you can start to add more load by holding a dumbbell or a plate between your legs. Or perhaps you can put a vest on and we can add some load there to make it a little bit more challenging for your triceps. Conditioning is the final phase of our training here for Sean. And we're going to be doing this endurance training about twice a week, and every Tuesday and Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday should be our strength training days. Tuesday and Thursday should be more of a endurance-based training day. We're going to do about a 100-yard sprint here. Now football is about interval training and intervals, which means a quick burst of maximum effort into a short rest, into a burst again. He needs to be able to repetitively get his speed up and then recover in a short amount of time. So Sean, we're going to start him off with 16 reps of this, 16 100-yard sprints. Down. When he gets to the finish of his first rep, he's going to wait 60 seconds, and he's going to come right back after 60 seconds. It's critical that he does this, and he starts his second sprint right at the 60-second mark. All right, Sean, here we go. First rep, go. Maximum effort. Strides all the way down. Perfect. That's about an 80 to 100-yard sprint at maximum effort. Now, as we progress through the program, we're going to want Sean to limit and lower his timing for rest. We're starting with a 60-second rest down there. As the program goes on, we're going to want him to lower that to about a 30-second rest, which is more closely related to what football will be, about 30 seconds between each play. Sean is coming back. Nice. He's going to be ready to run play after play after play. We're going to do 16 reps of that. Again, each week, lower the rest from 60 seconds, down 5 seconds, 10 seconds. By the end of the program, at 6 weeks, we want him down around 30 seconds between each rep at maximum effort.